Hello, everybody. Well, looks like we're live. Well, thank you for coming in today. I see Catherine Cook has been here for a little while. Thank you so much, Catherine. Happy Sunday to you. Arvine with G. Hello, hello, hello to you. And Wandering Gypsy Vanner. Oh, wait. You have 1,235 subs. Okay, cool. It goes up and down by the minute. Wandering Gypsy Vanner, getting ready to watch. I've been working on my van all day since I got idle time. Cool, that's good for you. I'm glad you're able to work on it. Richard is working on ours too right now. And well, he's watching a YouTube video on something to do with it. I believe it has to do with the generator, possibly. So welcome. I've got my cup of coffee. I've got some music for the background. Let me get it on going. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And I want to see if that's too loud. Tell me how it is, if it's too loud or not. How's that? Modern King, my son. Thank you for popping in. So yeah, just tell me if that's too loud, because I'd be glad to turn it down. I'll turn it down a little. That might be better. BamaRush. A little loud. How's that? It just should be very light in the background. Well, thank you, Modern King. You're the one who made it right. Hello, Wandering Gypsy Vanner. Glad you're here. Well, welcome and a happy Sunday to everybody. We've got a couple weeks till Christmas, and I think it's a time when I always feel good. Well, I'm pretty much a half full girl anyways. I really like feeling good. I enjoy feeling like everything's going okay despite some negatives going on in the world, even in immediate world. Fatima Jaffrey, our Fatima Jaffrey. Hello, hope all life is filled with gratitude and peace. I'm a very grateful girl, I will tell you. That's one of them. I would say that's a quality I have because I have enough negatives, but a quality I have is that I appreciate anything good in my life, and I actually try very hard to see the good rather than the negative, because it is easier to slip into the negative for me personally. So I just want to make sure that I feel, you know, I give that gratitude due respect, because gratitude has been learned. It was not an easy sell to me, by the way. And I'm very grateful Richard built me a nice fire in the background. Always grateful for a nice warm fire. I prefer wood fire over any other kind of heat. Victoria May Wallace. Well, hello. Everyone says hello to you. I'm very grateful for Vicky. She listened to me rattle the other night on text messaging. Sometimes it's nice just to know somebody's listening, and especially somebody who doesn't necessarily have a dog in the fight, so to speak. And so it's nice to speak with someone who is neutral. I got this sweatshirt and I didn't even realize it has these thumb holes, so that the hands stay warmer. And I like that because my hands get cold sometimes. So what are you up to today? Let's see if I haven't missed anybody. What's everybody else up to today? Thank you, Vicki. I appreciate it. Same here. I don't generally miss text messages. Very infrequently do I miss one. So I know that Wandering Gypsy Vanner's working on her van. And by the way, so Arvine with G. So I sent you an email the other night after Teresa got a hold of me, and I checked my messages, my mail, and I didn't see anything back. I don't know what kind of charger it is. So if you're, I'm going to put my email up here, which I normally do right off the bat. And if you want to send me an email about it, that way we can figure out if we could use it. I'd love to have it. You know, every dime helps. So we do have, I'm really excited. Let me check something out here. I'm very excited. Oh, making dinner for our tribe in an hour. Chili. Oh, that I'm really craving some chili and cornbread. I have to make that. Maybe I could do the beans tonight. And I like to do it in my crock pot. I just put it all in my crock pot and cook it. You know, I clean the beans first, but there's no soaking necessary. If I just put the beans in and let them sit all night, and then I drain that water off and then start it first thing, like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. By afternoon, we have wonderful, wonderful beans. Class A Carrie, howdy to you. Glad you're in here today. So yeah, I was just talking a little bit about glass half full and being grateful. It's a time where I think of gratitude. And like I said, I was not a person that gratitude was an easy sell on. I was not born naturally with a sense of gratitude. Over the years and figuring out that I'm not on this earth alone and that there is a time after this earth, I had to start figuring out what I was grateful for. And I'm grateful first and foremost to the God of my understanding that I get to wake up every day. Even though I wake up in pain most days, I'm still grateful to be awake. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to have another day to live and to try and make better than it was the day before. And that's important to me. I made cornbread muffins at my daughter's last week to take on the road. Chili sounds good. It does sound good. Here it's a rainy, drizzly, gray day. I use I love Bear Creek. I love Bear Creek. As a matter of fact, I've got some right within arm's reach almost. I have a Bear Creek packet for chicken noodle, and I love their chicken noodle. Jim Bertrand, hello. So the RV is coming along, and yesterday so first let me ask, if you feel like it and you want to, if you could share this out on your social media or on your YouTube community page, I would be very grateful for that. That would help us get some new blood in here maybe, and that's always a good thing. So let's see, I was going somewhere, I promise. Yeah, soups. Oh man, the soups are fabulous, all of them. I just happen to like chicken noodles so much, I could make it and just keep it to munch on for a few days. Yep, I hope she's migraine. We were texting earlier and doing some brainstorming. So I think she'll be here if she's feeling up to it. I always tell her, don't come if you don't feel up to it. I love that spell check stuff. All right. Thought I had some. All right, Traveling Granny. Oh, goodness. I just saw that you're alive. How are you? I'm very good today. How are you, Traveling Granny? Well, there's Kaylee. How are you feeling today, Kaylee? Hope you're migraine-free, sweetheart. And I am so sorry I was messaging you late last night. I forget you're 3 hours ahead of me. So if I'm messaging you at 10 or 11 o'clock, just, it's not like I want you to read it right then. I felt bad because you're 3 hours ahead of me. And some of those little beeps wake people up. Saying hi, Sheila Batdorf. Hello, Burning Up the Roads. Love your beautiful Christmas background. I do too. I love Christmas trees. If I had the energy, I would have a Christmas tree in every room that I visually see. You're good today. Hold up. Where'd we go? There we go. Thankful for asking. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good, and I'm always interested in people. I use spell check religiously. Has it ever gotten you into trouble? Wasn't late for you? No worries. I can always take a text or call. Oh my Kaylee. Alexa helps me spell. I use spell check on text, you know, like not text messaging, but when I'm writing something, like I'm working on something right now. I'm working on a page, and it really, I'm glad for it. However, my spelling has gotten much better now that I'm communicating with the public, so to speak. I try to do things correctly, use appropriate abbreviations. Now, in a text message, I'll use the letter R for R. Are we? R-W-E, are we? Or are you? Are you? Rather than, you know, A-R-E-Y-O-U, are you? People who get text messages from me know what I'm doing. We're talking with Boomer Lance. Hello to you. And let's see if we got anybody else. Yours just highlights. What do you spell wrong? Yeah, that's. So I also have another spell thing, and I can't think of the name of it. It goes into a little more depth, because I also like to learn other words for the same thing I'm saying, because I may have to talk about it twice in a short period of time, and it breaks it up if the same word is not used every time. Traveling Granny, Lucretia, we put the house on the market yesterday. Well, good for you. So what did your realtor say? I used to be a realtor. I loved it until I had an injury that cost me that career. I can't do stairs on any regular basis. So you can't really be an effective realtor if you can't do stairs. Anyways, what did they say about how long it might take? Some people, you know, Jerry Holly sold really fast. So did Gary from Lord God Almighty. It will come to me. Oh yeah, thesaurus. Yep, I love thesauruses. In one of my college classes, they had us, oh my gosh, they pushed us on spelling. So, Box Fan D, welcome, glad you're here. Is anybody? All right, so I think I've got everybody so far. So I'm going to share the screen for a moment with my statistics and show you where we're at. I believe that's the right one. That is the right one. So I'm going to make sure you're seeing it too. Yes, you're seeing it. So we have a little over 17,000 views now. We have 3,614 watch hours. We need 286. I can have that done by this time next Sunday, I believe. I believe that can happen. I don't know that it'll happen, but I'm fairly certain it'll be done by Christmas. 286 hours. And I've got 1,236 subscribers, friends. Well, it's 1,237 right now. It goes up and down, you know, anybody who follows their statistics. So I'm very happy that we're seeing that we're that close. But my anxiety, you know, that churning in your gut when you're like, it's almost here, comes, at least that's what happens to me, is there right now. And because it's close, and because it feels like it's just boom, I'm ready to get it. And it should be done by the time we leave. So back to the RV, an update on that. And then, oh my gosh. So an update on the RV. things are going all right. Okay, so we knew we did not buy a brand new RV. Absolutely knew that. And so we knew we weren't getting a new RV, and that was all right. However, you know, we expect to have to do things, and however, it appears that, so we've had to replace and either an inverter or a converter. I think it's a converter. I better get back over here. I believe it's a converter. A converter. It was $400 for him to get it and put it in. It's just how it is. And now it looks like the refrigerator doesn't work. And he has one that he will sell us. It's a lightly used one, but as Kaylee says, if it's 30 years old and lightly used, it probably ain't worth a whole lot. But he said it's lightly used and it's $650 installed. So that was unexpected, that the refrigerator didn't work. And the generator is not working. And they said that they both worked this summer. So all of that is unexpected. And, you know, that's a lot of money, boom, boom, boom. And I think right now we're at about, aftermarket, about close to $1,000 worth of stuff we've done. So it's just David, let's see, Catherine Cook, David and MMP are dealing with a death. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Prayers for David and MMP. It's never an easy thing, even if it's expected, especially if it's not expected. I'm just so sorry to hear that. So my thoughts and prayers will be with David and his wife. That's gone, if you don't know who that is Gone Boondocking, the Our Shower Man, and his wife. Apparently his wife, her father passed, so that's always sad to hear. B&D Crafts and More, hello Brian. All right, so it's coming along. Our goal has been to leave the 26th, and I'm not sure that that's going to work. I just am not sure. The money we're putting out is more than what we anticipated, and so it's eating into what we need in order to be on the road. So that is, you know, it's the way it is. You know, it's fine. We'll get there. We'll get out of here eventually. So that's happening. And then, on the good side, happy news. So Troy from Nomadic Rat Pack is putting on solar for us. He's gonna come up here late this week, I believe. He's got it all ordered, and he's coming up and gonna put it on. And Richard can help to the degree that he can help. I mean, Richard is doing it a lot right now. He has been down on his knees looking at things, and we did get a new battery. We went to Les Schwab. They actually took the old one out and put the new one in. Problem solved, Kaylee. We didn't need somebody to go get one and put it in for us. And I drove it at night in the dark to Les Schwab. It's only about 1.5 miles away from our house, so it wasn't a big drive, but it was a little bit of a drive. So that's what's going on. I think I've covered the van completely. And so that's what's going on with that. I hope that it all continues to be smooth, fairly smooth. And the guy said that he would take payments from us if necessary. I'm hoping not to do that, but hello, Jill Weatherly. Hello, thank you for coming in. We just have to see how much falls on us. And I really wasn't expecting the generator, the refrigerator, and the converter. I just, you know, I was not anticipating that, but then I've never bought an RV before, a used 30-year-old RV. That's the way it goes. hello. So everybody is in hellos. All right. So how about we start this? Can you hear my little bit of Christmas music? How's that? Oh, so Kaylee, you need a second one, always 2 house batteries. Yes, and I know that. We're going to probably get our second one this week. So we will get another one this week. I don't know anything about hooking up a second one, but somebody will teach, Richard. I mean, I know it's going to go in the same compartment, but I don't know if there's a place for a second one. We'll have to look at that. And it's in a very inconvenient place. It's down by the driver's door on the outside, of course, and it's way back. And so that for Richard is what's hard, to get down and in there like that right now. Alberta Hinksman, hello. Okay, so how about we start off? So is the music okay? Can you hear it? Thumbs up if you can hear it. All right. Thank you, Alberta. That was, well, my son and I worked on it, and then he finished it up after we went to bed. He did a few things, and he bought some flowers for me last night. My kid is great. I'm going to miss being around him all the time. And, you know, that's hard to say, but I will miss being with him. He's a good man, and he helps me tremendously, and his father. Traveling Nate Dog, welcome to you. And before I forget, and I'm hoping that she is here, Paula from Van Vita Travels hopefully will pop in. She's going to be doing, let me check. She texted me. She's going to be, her and, just a moment. Let me pull it up here. So her and Ray from Van Life Rocks, and I say that intensely, Van Life Rocks, because I believe it does, and I can't live Van Life Rocks, so I'm living Class C Rocks. They're going to do a special show tonight, and they're going to try to break YouTube. I think it's, let me read her exact phrase. So tonight, Ray and I are doing a live stream with an experiment to break the internet, LOL. So it's going to be on Van Vita's Travels stream, or on her channel, not Ray's. And so you'll get a notification about that. Cloud9 Caravan Travels, hello. Thank you for popping in. Happy. Oh, I love the doggy in that picture. So that's what's going on. Just doing some stuff and trying to get to the 26th, because the 26th is when we would like to leave. All right, so we're going to start off with, let me find it correctly. I got to get down to the questions that I would like to ask. All right. All right. So let me get a pen and a piece of paper so I can keep track of winners and losers. And one last thing before we get started on the actual game. If you're in the chat right now and you watched, did any of our watch hour videos, put a yes, or put a WH for watch hours. That way, because you're going to be in the drawing for a $25 gift card. There's a couple people I've got their names. They may or may not be able to be in the live stream today, but they have watched the videos. And Bernie Fairy Dust Pena, or is it Pena? Greetings. I sent an email a couple of days ago. Oh, okay. Yes. And I believe I reciprocated. I'm going to write your name down real quick. Bernie. Maya, I got to get glasses. And this music is via YouTube, by the way. It's all safe to use. I will just be giving proper credit at the end of the today. All right. So if you did, let's see if anybody in here. Okay, I do see. Okay, so we've got Alberta. Wandering Gypsy Vanner. Class A. Why, Kaylee? I mean, you're just like anybody else, sweetheart. You should be in the drawing. Make sure I got everybody. Nope, Brian, I'm not monetized yet. However, I am 286 hours from monetization. So I'm doing a drawing today for those who wanted to help out by doing our watch list this last week. And I'm going to do the same thing today. So next Sunday, there'll be another one, $25 Amazon gift card. For those who didn't, who watched it, you can't watch it 2 weeks in a row, though. I mean, it won't help us at all. I just want to make sure everybody is accounted for that has said watch ours. All right. So far I've got Bernie Fairy Dust Pena, Alberta Hinksman, Wandering Gypsy Vanner, Class A Carrie, and I've got another one written down. So it is, as a matter of fact, I want to give somebody credit who contacted me to do their watch, to do this. Oh, come on. Well, not finding her, but she's here. All right. All right, forever best friend. So close. Yes, ma'am. We are right there. So if you want to put your hat in for anybody who didn't do it this last week and can do it, like I'm running people. I have a separate computer over here that belongs to the family, so to speak, and I'm running 3 people right now running their watch hours. All right, so we're going to start off. I'm going to turn the music down just a hair. I hope you can still hear it. I'm going to start with number 1 question. Which milk? Let me get my phone. I need to be able to watch this. All right. Which milk-based beverage is available around Christmas holidays and comes in both alcoholic and non-alcoholic versions? Which milk-based beverage is available at Christmas? Thank you, Brian. Let's see here. All right, time. Hey, Kaylee, time. And let me start up here and make sure I... All right, the first one I see with the answer would be Alberta Hinksman, eggnog. So we've got Alberta with a win. Second question is Stollen, S-T-O-L-L-E-N. Stollen is the traditional fruitcake of which country? Stollen. Let's see.
But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow and snow.
All right, first one, Alberta, Germany. Hold it. Class A carry, germ. I know you were trying to write Germany, so I'm giving that to carry. Stop. I should have said stop before. Third question. What name is given to small sausages wrapped in bacon? Oh my gosh. A staple in British Christmas dinner. It is small sausages wrapped in bacon. What's the slang terminology for them? I think we all know that. Thank you very much, Traveling Granny. I absolutely appreciate that. Ty McPherson, hello to you. She's watching she contacted me. I have to put her in here too. And I love your videos. I am watching them as I'm able to. All right, let's see who's up. I think it is Lance, but I want to go up a little further. Yep. It is Boondocking with Boomer, Lance. Piggies in a blanket. All right, number 4, the red and white costume of Father Christmas was allegedly first introduced by which drinks manufacturer? So the red and white costume of Father Christmas was allegedly first introduced by which drink manufacturer? This is a surprise to me. I think it'll be a surprise to other people too. You too, Granny. I appreciate you coming in. Very much so. Give us a thumbs up if you weren't able to. Okay. And I believe Alberta Hinksman got it first. I want to make sure. Well, thank you, Bernie. I'm glad you like it. I believe I'm right on target. Alberta Hinksman. Alberta has 2. Class A carry 1, Lance 1. Next question. In which direction should you stir mincemeat for good luck? Clockwise or counterclockwise? For good luck, which way do you stir mincemeat? Counter or clockwise? Jingle, jingle, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Well, following the yellow brick road, I'm just glad you're here for a little bit. If you can't stay forever, that happens to me all the time. All right. Hope whatever you're doing today is a good day. By Joe Weatherly. Thank you for coming in. Time to rock the night away. Brian got it. B&D Craft. I didn't say stop. I'm sorry. Stop. Brian from B&D. Got it. B&D Craft some more. Next question. What would you stick into an onion when following a traditional bread? I have never heard of this, and I cook, okay? What would you stick into an onion when following a traditional bread sauce recipe? A traditional bread sauce recipe. Never heard of it, and I never heard of the answer. I mean, I've heard of the answer to cook with, but I've never heard of bread sauce recipe. Loose ends. I hear you. I absolutely understand loose ends. We have about 3,000. Okay, I think we got a winner chicken dinner. It would be cloves. So, did you know what that is? Do you know what a traditional bread sauce is? Because I never heard of a bread sauce. A Swede is a cross between which two vegetables? A Swede, S-W-E-D-E, is a cross between which two vegetables? If anybody gets this, you know, you need a big gold star by your name, because I never heard of a Swede either. No idea. Stick in an onion. Oh, well, that's it. That was the kind of thing that gets people a good grade on a SAT, is thinking like that, Kaylee. Say it again. Okay, what is a Swede, S-W-E-D-E, is a cross between which two vegetables? Between what two vegetables is a Swede? I'll let you see for... Okay, I'm just going to tell you, stop. Cabbage and turnip. Cabbage and turnip. You breed them in some way and you get a Swede. I wish this was not eggnog, non-alcoholic eggnog, but I still love it. Traveling Granny, wonderful. Yes, always. Dee is always. I don't know anybody who she does not inspire. She's certainly inspired me. I'll tell you, when I saw her do her first interview with Bob Wells, I thought, wow, that is a brave lady. And then as I started watching her, I started thinking, she lived in a car. Okay, she lived in a car. If I could get a van, because I knew if I had to, I could live in a car. First and foremost, yes, ma'am, I could. However, if I was planning to go out, excuse me, I could do it differently. But she made me know I could do it with limited amount of things. Or you did. I don't know if you're still here, Dee. I hope you're still here. Say hi if you are. But I just want you to know that you really impacted me for realizing that people, regular everyday people, are just going and getting their vehicles and fixing them up to go. Bye-bye. Hello, Freddie Schaefer. Glad you have stopped in. All right, so next question. What is a female turkey called? What's a female turkey called? Thank you, Kaylee. What's a female turkey?
Christmas tree. Oh, come on now, every Jane and Joe. Bring your sweet meat to mistletoe.
Winner, winner, turkey dinner. It would be Class A carry. I'm making sure I didn't, right. Yep, it is Class A carry. 2 for you. What is the name of the skin that hangs from a turkey's neck? I'm assuming that right here. I got it too. What is the name of that skin? And it's something besides fat that hangs from a turkey's neck. I see the answer. All right, following the yellow brick road. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it very much. And you have a great rest of your day. And Kaylee's got it right. A waddle. So Kaylee's 2. All right. Which spirit is traditionally added to butter to serve with Christmas pudding? Which spirit is traditionally added to butter to serve with Christmas pudding? I've never actually liked this particular spirit. When I drank, I didn't drink it. I just didn't like it. Which spirit is traditionally added to butter to serve with Christmas pudding? And just remember, spirits are hard liquor. Wine is not really considered a spirit. I know, Kaylee. I just could eat butter on just regular butter on a piece of bread. Nobody's got it yet. Not yet. Well, nope. All right. All right, Traveling Granny, you have a great day. Thank you for coming in. It is brandy. Brandy. So that was a no winner. Chicken dinner. True or false? Before the turkey, okay, true or false? Before turkey, the traditional English Christmas dinner included a pig's head smothered in mustard. Before turkey, the traditional English Christmas dinner included a pig's head smothered in mustard. Oh, that's just appetizing. True. B&D Crafts. Got it. Brian got it. All right. You're up to 2 now, too. You're up to 2 now, too. Next question. Visions with sweet. All right. Let me try this again. Visions of which sweet foodstuff danced in children's heads as they slept. According to Clement Clark's Moore's poem, "'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse." The visions of what danced in the children's head? Well, I'm going to give it to BamaRush because yes, it's plums, sugar plums, but yes. I'm sorry, but it seems like the right thing to do. All right, next question. In Oaxaca City, Mexico, Noche de Rabones is celebrated every 23rd December. Which food gives this festival its name? Noches de Rabones. Rabanos. Rabanos. Noches de Rabanos. What is that food? Wow. This is, I never heard of this. Oh. Apparently, nobody speaks Spanish in here. I barely speak English. So I'll give you a few more seconds. And I think nobody's going to get it because I don't think anybody speaks Spanish. Okay, I will tell you the answer. Stop. It is radishes. Noches de Rabanos is Night of the Radishes, when Mexican craftsmen create carvings from root vegetables. So that Rabanos is radishes, and they create carvings from root vegetables. I wouldn't have thunk it either. All right, number 14. Approximately how many turkeys were purchased at Christmas 2013 in the United Kingdom? 1 million, 10 million, or 20 million? 1, 10, or 20 million in the UK? That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. The sun to shine by day and all the stars at
Quito
night.
Español.
Is a wise way to say
Merry Christmas to you.
I have no idea Mexico celebrated radishes. I love root vegetables. Carvings? I've never seen it or heard of it. Well, we're going to give this to, I believe, Class A Carrie. I want to make sure, because it's 10 million. I want to make sure there was nothing beforehand. Nope. Better 20 million. Nope. It was 10 million. So Class A Carrie, you are now at 3. Next question. Oh goodness, these. What is a bûche de Noël, commonly eaten in France at Christmas? What is it? I'm going to tell you it's a treat. Most people like it. What is a bûche de Noël, commonly eaten in France at Christmas?
Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you.
Let's see this. Paulina pepper stuffed with cream. No, but that sounds fantastic. Now, I would prefer that over what this is the answer to this. I would much prefer this. Nope. Starts with, I'm going to give everybody one hint. Starts with the letter Y. Starts with the letter Y. My mother used to make tons of fruitcake. I despise fruitcake. I do not like fruitcake. I think we got a winner. Yule log dinner. Class A carry again. You were on. Let's see. You now have 4. So Alberta Hinksman has 2. Class A carry has 4. Lance has 1. B&D Crafts 2. Kaylee 2. And BamaRush 1. All right, next question. What would you be drinking if you had glühwein? Glühwein, G-L-U-H-W-E-I-N, glühwein. Sounds German of some sort. Glühwein. I think it's, yeah, that's a really weird word, but glühwein, G-L-U-H-W-E-I-N.
Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
Griswold Family Vacay, welcome. Glad you're here. We're just playing a little Christmas game here. Not too hard, but some interesting things around the world are eaten at Christmas time, especially before turkey. In Britain, they used to do, there was a pig's, I think it was stuffed pig's head with mustard all over it. Oh, well, someone is close. We got 2 people close. 2 people are close. Think of warmth and spices. Warmth and spices. Class A carry, drinking way too much eggnog. Nope. It might be. I don't think many people do this anymore, but it's okay. So nobody got it. Nope. Mulled wine. M-U-L-L-E-D. Mulled wine. Mulled wine. Which type? Next question. Which type of sweet bread loaf, which originated in Milan, is traditionally eaten at Christmas in Italy and many other European countries? It's a sweetbread eaten at Christmas in Italy and many other European countries. I've got hot coffee. If you haven't had an opportunity to give us a thumbs up, that would be great. And share this out to your media, your social media. Oh, you're close. One of you is close. Close. Kaylee got it. Panettone. One more for Kaylee. See, I would have thought brioche, but panettone. Kaylee, you're now up to 3, Kaylee. I know how to make, oh God. It's similar to brioche. And I certainly know how to make cinnamon rolls. It's kind of, I don't make them. I don't, because they're absolutely delicious. And they really, truly give Cinnabon a run for their money. The only difference is I don't have the kind of cinnamon they have. And that there really is a different cinnamon flavor. All right. Which Christmas food is considered good luck to eat one of each of the 12 days of Christmas? Again with this particular thing. Which Christmas food is considered good luck to eat one of on each of the 12 days? So you got to eat 12 of these. You got to eat 12 of them. And I don't know about that. Oh, brioche for burgers, you bet. Better than potato buns. I wish it was chocolate, Kaylee. And olives. Wish it was olives. Anyone else seen out of focus or buffering? My phone is behind by a couple seconds. Let's see. Nope, nobody's got it. All right, stop. I think you could go on and on. And ham. A piece of ham every day would be wonderful. But no, they didn't gift us with that. It is mince pie. Mince pie. You're supposed to eat one every day, the 12 days of Christmas, for good luck. All right, next question. As the clock chimes midnight to ring in New Year's, a Spanish tradition involves eating 12 of what? One for each chime. As the clock chimes midnight to ring in New Year's, a Spanish tradition involves eating 12 of what? One for each chime. At midnight. I love shepherd's pie. I do. I'm a shepherd's pie girl. Never heard of it either, Kaylee. Ooh, yum. You're talking my language. You mentioned heat. Oh, it's all right. I'm just watching here to see if the chat comes up with the answer. Fig coated chutney. Carrie. Black eyed peas, no. We're certainly learning. Well, thank you for giving her that information, BamaRush. Yes, click live chat. Oh, God, tacos. 12 tacos. I don't think I could do 12 tacos, but I would give it a try. Nope. Oh, even better. We have a Mexican place right up the street, and the owners barely speak English. I mean, they are literally, some level of Mexican or Central South American heritage to start with. We got a winner. Great midnight dinner. Bernie Fairy Dust Pina. Bernie. You've got one. All right. Anyways, they make they're like $3 a piece. If you buy, we buy them in a container, and I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 8 for like $20, $18. Oh my gosh, delicious. I had a couple vegetarian because our roommate is a vegetarian. And then I got a pork and a chicken for each, me, Richard, and Brent. Everybody loved them. I love this song. Okay, next question. Next question. Which type of tree was the partridge sitting in, according to the well-known Christmas song? What type of tree was that partridge sitting in? Pork tamales, yes, sir.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen.
Let's see.
Donner,
RV DJ's in the house. And she got that one, RV DJ. I looked to see if you had a live this morning. I was up early, like 8:30, and I didn't see a live. Where are you staying? Thank you for coming in. Guten Ninja. Guten Ninja. Reindeers ahead of colors by 4. Traveling Nate Dog. Okay, so we have had a winner on that, and it was RV DJ. Next question.
One foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say,
Which beverage is known as milk punch? Which beverage is known as milk punch?
Then how the reindeer
Loved him as they shouted out with glee. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Just a second. I'll be right back with you. Okay, let's see who got it. I'm sure somebody's got it. All right, the first, horchata. Nice, but not the answer. That would be eggnog. Who got eggnog first? Pretty sure I saw it. There we go. BamaRush. So you are now at 2. So Alberta Hinksman has 2. Class A Carey has 4. Lance has 1. Boondocking the Boomer. Don't know if he's still in the house. If you haven't had a chance to thumb up it, give it a thumbs up and share it out to your social media if you can. We'll get some more people in here. B&D Crafts has 2. Kaylee has 3. And she's watching the stopping when it's supposed to be stopped. She's thinking for me. BamaRush has 2. Bernie has 2. RV DJ, you're on the books for 1. All right, next question. What is the main course for a traditional Christmas dinner? The main course. There's 2 involved in this. You got to have both. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Well, it's all right because nobody's got the full answer. Very close, people, very close. And I believe Juan and Gypsy Vanner got it. Turkey and stuffing, that is the course, the main course, traditional main course. Now, I'll tell you, I do things a little different. Let me find yours. Okay. So at Christmas, I go different. I generally do Mexican dinner. I do wet burritos, big wet burritos with every kind of vegetable you can imagine in there that makes any sense at all, unless it turns to mush, then it doesn't go in there. But lots and lots of veggies and a delicious sauce. I'd buy the sauce, but it's still delicious. All right. All right, Kaylee, go ahead and reboot the computer. Next question. What are the most common sides for Christmas dinner? The most common sides. Wow, if somebody can get, I mean, all four are well known. But if you get any of them, I'll give you a point for each, you know, for each one. If you get all four, you'll get 4 points. I'm not gonna, I can't count. Okay. Actually, I'll just finish going through this little lineup to Kaylee. All right, let's see who else got something. I'm not a, where did it go? So B&D Crafts, mashed potatoes, got 1. So that gives you 3. Priscilla got mashed potatoes. Yep, Priscilla got 1.
There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found.
Yes, Kaylee got 1. That's 4. All right, I think I have a beef taco. Ooh, serve a cornbread recipe. Now, you're killing me, Anthony. You're killing me here. Killing me. That's all I can say. All right. Let's see where we're at on here. I'm going to go till 3 o'clock, but I'm not going to play the game till 3. I'm going to do maybe 2 more. I'm going to go to 25. How many turkeys are cooked each Christmas? And I would assume, I'm going to say, in the United States, how many are cooked?
For Frosty the Snowman had to hurry on his way.
Thank goodness you ate. Hello, Chewy Limited. Thank you for coming.
I'll be back again
someday.
Look at Frosty go.
Okay, I'm going to give you a range of numbers. I should have done that, even though the question doesn't do it. 1, 10, 22, or 25 million. 1 million, 10 million, 22, or 25 million. Yep, Gaily Frosty. I wish Frosty was present. Arvine the Jeep. You're all, so 1 million, 10 million, 22 or 25. Well, hello. All right. It looks like we've got a winner, turkey dinner. And let me make sure nobody got 22 before her. It is 22. Let me double check. Yep. This answer says 22 million. Oh, I love that, Anthony. All right. Oh, was it stopped?
So we said, let's run and we'll have some fun down before
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I believe BamaRush was correct. I don't think anybody else got 22 before him. Please tell me if I'm wrong. All right, so we've got BamaRush with 4. Oops, 4. 1 more. Stop. All right. What dish was served by Mrs. Cratchit in A Christmas Carol, also mentioned in the song, "We wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year"? So which pudding was mentioned? Priscilla, which pudding was served in A Christmas Carol? I think we got a winner. Figgy dinner. Let me make sure. I missed. Sorry, Priscilla. Figgy pudding. Kaylee got it. All right, so we played this game for fun. I never played this particular game for any financial because everybody's internet is so slow. I mean, so varied, and I don't like putting people at a disadvantage that way. So this is just for bragging rights. And it looks like we've got Class A Carrie with 5, Kaylee with 5, and that's it. So we're going to do a playoff. This is only for Kaylee and Class A Carrie. Do we got that? Kaylee, Class A Carrie, are you both here? I think Class A is still here, but that way we can do a runoff between the two of them. Yep, all right, ready to go? Get your hands warmed up. Ready, ready. Kaylee, Carrie, Kaylee, Carrie, Kaylee, Carrie. I'm going to pick an answer. All right, this will be an easy one. So this will depend on typing skills, people. What is traditionally left for Mr. Santa Claus on Christmas Eve? This is just Carrie and Kaylee. Let's see who comes in first with the answer. Carrie, Kaylee, Carrie, Kaylee, Carrie, Kaylee, Carrie, Kaylee, Carrie. Come on, Kaylee, Carrie. All right. Whoops. Kaylee got it. So sorry, Carrie. Kaylee win. Kaylee's the winner. Then thank you for playing. All right. So now we're going to switch gears for a moment. And something else I need to get pulled up here. Let me find it. Just a moment. Let me go back up a little ways. I got to get the right picture. All right. Let me see here. I just want to make sure before I connect it up with you guys. Oh, darn it. All right. I'm counting. That's what's taking me a second here. All right. So I am going to put in a picture. I'm going to put a picture up here. And I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Actually, I'm going to give you 15 seconds to count as many Christmas-related items as you can. As many Christmas-related items as you can. And let's see who's still awake, because it's why it took me a minute. All right, we're going to share the screen again. Go to Chrome. Are you ready? All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stop. Stop. All right. I'm going to blow it up a little bit so we can count together. turn the sound down a little bit on music, and then we will start counting. All right, all of the Christmas-related stuff in the room. So we've got Santa. I'm going to go left to right. Booths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it looks like there are 19 Christmas-related items, including Mr. Santa himself. Let's see who got the closest. Let's see if anybody got 19, or who got the most. I guess that would be it. 13, 10. Well, it looks like Casual Girl Adventures got the most with 13. Very cool. I mean, I tried to do a picture that didn't have a ton of stuff in it, so it might be easier to find. Yes, a curled up kitty. All right. So let's talk a little bit. I'm just curious. Does anybody have any particular Christmas plans? What's your Christmas plans? If you don't have any, that's fine too, because I also understand not everybody celebrates Christmas per se. You may have something else going on. So Christmas or the holidays, the next couple weeks, Christmas, New Year's, what y'all up to? I'll tell you what I'm up to. I am up to trying to get my RV ready to go. And our plan is to go through January. Well, probably the first week of, so all the fun starts in the middle of January. And so, watch Piper open. Wandering Gypsy Van, or just me sitting in my van, just me and Panda. What part of the country are you in, if you don't mind me asking? Chewy Limited. I have Christmas recital from my guitar teacher and my friends. I have to play in front of them instead of recording. So my son, well, his recital was singing, but I don't know, Priscilla, do you remember the recital where Brent was singing? And we had to go to that. We went to that. I'd love to join a live stream on Christmas and Sunday. So I'm going to do a live stream on Christmas Day. Probably Christmas Eve too. And I'm looking at all day, you know, like same thing I did on Thanksgiving. So I will be here. And if you've got some ideas, Carrie, I'd love to hear them for what we might do. I'm sure we can play a game. We can, you know, maybe we can even, everybody, we could do some singing. Victoria May Wallace loves singing. She does on Wednesday nights, I think it's at 6 o'clock. I'm not 100% sure, but it's at 6 o'clock, I think, 5 or 6. And she does a karaoke night. And as you all know, Vicky is the sweetest lady. I think she's just sweet to the core. I don't know that there's a negative bone in her body. Casual Girl Adventures. Not sure. Our daughter is coming home tonight. That's exciting enough for us. Yeah, that would be exciting if she's been away for a while. Maybe college or something else. Illinois is temporarily waiting on van repairs. That's here too. And I probably will go spend some time out in the van this evening. I don't know. Casual Adventures, nothing more important than family. No, that's true, Kaylee. Unfortunately, COVID is preventing our family from spending time together. And they're encouraging people not to get together with anybody outside of their immediate family. And that's just foreign to us. Absolutely miss her so much. Well, I'm glad she's coming home. I'm glad she's coming home. Yes, I do remember good times. Don't make me cry, Priscilla. We had very good times in this house at Christmas. Most of the time anyways, but Priscilla and I grew up in this house.
So the Holy Bible says,
And it's different. I'll just be honest. I'm sorry for crying.
Jesus
I didn't feel like crying before.
Christmas Day.
It's part of why I'm doing the live streams. Is the live streams will help with that kind of void. It's the first year without my father. So it's all, you know, just, I miss my dad. Sorry.
That man will live forevermore because of Christmas Day. While shepherds
No, we had great times at Christmas. You know, my mother, we have a large extended family. And my mother was a very big person in life. She was a really magnanimous woman, and she was a bigger than life person. She made sure any person who was coming to this house for Christmas had a gift. And most of our stuff was done on Christmas Eve. All the gifts were done on Christmas Eve in our mine and Priscilla's growing up years. So, she always made sure every person coming in this house had a gift. And huge trees, always my mother had huge trees, flock trees a lot of years. I'm really nervous about it as my friends are professional musicians. Need my alter ego suit. I hear ya. Oh, it's all right, Lance. My dad was a really good man. And we were just, I don't know why I'm crying. I'm sorry. I wasn't even in a sad mood at all. And so this is the first year that we've had a tree in the family room. It's usually in the living room and the big window, because we got a big window in there, and we put a big tree out there, and that's a different thing, you know, and that's all right. It's different, but it's good different. I like it in here. So that's something different we're doing this year. Yes, so sorry. Holiday things and, getting used to differences. I'll just call it differences. 4 years ago, we lost my oldest sister died 4 years ago in July. And then right after that, our nephew, a grown nephew of ours, committed suicide in January. And then a couple of months later, we lost our brother-in-law, who was the husband to the sister that had just died. And he died unexpectedly. So we had, boom, those three gone, just like that. So family matters a lot. It really is the core of everything. Oh, I'm sorry, Lance. Was only 91. Our dad was 94. It was just right before us. He would have been 90.
My dad's 59.
No, your dad is 61.
61.
Yeah. He was 94, and his birthday was going to be on July 4th. So he died in April. And I'm really, as far as death, I mean, my dad does not have to suffer anymore. And yes, he was suffering, but he was kicking and screaming all the way. He wanted to live, and he did everything he could possibly do. He asked every question. We fought very hard for anything he needed, including 2 surgeries the year before on his back to try and stop the deterioration of his spine so he wouldn't be paralyzed. It didn't work, but it was a good try. But that was my dad. He was a fighter. He was never a quitter. So, yeah. Since 2007. Oh, yeah. My mom died when Brent was born. Well, 9 months. Brent was 9 months old when my mom passed in 90. he was born in January and my mom died in September. Actually, unfortunately, on one of my nephew's birthdays, and he has never liked birthdays since. It's part of life, and I know exactly what my father would say. You know, he would say, it's life. You have to deal with it. So, my mother was extremely a live person. I don't even know what there's a word for her. I mean, it wasn't invented. She was just a big person, and she did things the way she wanted to do them, right or wrong. Paid the price. We lost 2 out of 3 due to COVID with pneumonia last Saturday. Oh, I'm so sorry. Really, I'm so sorry. That's just heart-wrenching. I'm sorry. You know, my prayers and my thoughts are there because I don't care how somebody, that's just, it's really, it's such, when someone gets it, it is such a horrific illness for so many. I'm glad you have memories to miss. My family did not celebrate, so I did not have those memories. I've heard that from other people too, and I, you know, I don't know what your reasons were for was religious, because there are some people for religious reasons don't, and I understand that completely, and that's, you know, that's okay. I know that there's people who are not even religious can celebrate Christmas in other ways. It can be a time of reflection on life overall, you know, going into the new year. There's just other ways. I couldn't imagine not living, you know, with the things like those memories, because they were fun, because, you know, there wasn't all great times. You know, the reality of, as I believe my mom may have been bipolar, undiagnosed. They didn't probably even have a word for it back then. But she had something, and I believe it might have been bipolar. I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes, and I agree with my parents. I believe they're way better. My mom especially. My mother suffered in a way my father didn't, because my mom died of COPD, and she just literally suffocated to death in the hospital. And there was many times, you know, trips to the hospital, and she was such an alive person. To see her deteriorate to where she ended up, I would have never thought it possible. Never thought it possible. Thank you very much. Separating families. Yes, that's so. When my dad passed, you know, there was no funeral, there was nothing yet. Okay. But what we did, we weren't even supposed to go to the cemetery the day that, so when my dad was, they took him literally, you know, the funeral home took him to the cemetery and buried him. We were not supposed to be there. And they said they would leave. I don't know if they would take my dad with them or if they just drop off the coffin or what. But my dad had picked out all of his stuff, so that all was ready to go. And that way we didn't have anything to deal with emotionally. And then the COVID hit, and of course, you know, turned everything upside down for people's families. So anyways, but my family, there was about 30 of us, we did go there. And we were kind of in the back of the cemetery, and then a couple of them pushed their way forward, and they obviously knew we were there to see. And so we did, from a distance, got to honor our father by being there. And they'd already moved, he was a veteran, and they'd already removed his flag. And my little sister Priscilla had a meltdown because that was not appropriate. And so they let us unfold that flag and put it back on his coffin for her. And that was the right thing to do. And so that's a good memory that we were able to follow through in that way for him, because my father believed in tradition. Prairie Life, welcome. I'm glad you're here so much. Let's see what else we got going on here. Britt, would you mind getting your mother a cup of coffee?
One sec. I just want to put up the dog stockings.
So you can just leave them there, sweetheart. Yeah,
Aren't
sorry.
these so cute,
Yeah,
everyone?
those are
This is for their dog. I mean, this one's for my dog. This one's for their dog.
little puppy stockings for the fireplace.
Oh, I'll get you coffee.
Thank you, honey. Just check and see what everybody's talking about. Yep, it's really been a mess. It's been, I'm sorry, Prairie Life. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I'm good. It just, I got triggered with memories of my dad, and he just passed in April, and it'll be our first Christmas without him, and I don't know what made me think of my dad. It's not, I live in his house, for gosh sakes. He's everywhere, okay? He built his house, and so my father is literally everywhere. But I didn't feel sad today, and then something just hit, but I'm okay. But thank you for caring. Thank you. My son picked it out.
Let's turn and see how the dog stockings look behind your head. Ooh,
there's the dog stockings.
Cute.
We love our animals so much.
Here,
Let's see here, Kaylee. Yeah. Your dad was Marine? Yes. It's sitting here. We've got his flag. So you'll love this, Kaylee. Here's a funny story. So a couple of years ago, my dad was in rehabilitation after not feeling well. I think he probably had pneumonia, and he was put in the hospital. And this was when he could still walk with a walker. And so then he went to a rehabilitation center from the hospital, and he was down in the rehab room, and he was on one bicycle machine, and an old Marine was on another bicycle machine. And the two of them were competing, and they're both, in their 90s, and one was Navy and one was Marine. And the Marine made some comment to my dad, and my dad said, well, yeah, we hauled your ass around. Being in the Navy, that was funny. Still competitive in their 90s.
Oh, let's show them the new ornaments that I got for our trees.
Very pretty ornaments. Looks like a baseball. That's the first thing I saw. That looked like the baseball ties. Strings. Kaylee says hi, Brent.
Hi. Say hi. The string.
This is my niece, Naya. Look at her. She's very sweet, very helpful. Good young lady. Lucky to have her. She's almost 18. And there's Zara.
I'm not ready.
I feel
like I was 12 like last year.
boy.
Thank you, BamaRush. All right, so that's the spirit of it. All right, so I'm going to right now do the drawing for the $25 gift card for the people who watched my videos, our videos, by the way. Let me find, I'm going to look one more time for this other lady. I'm not sure. I thought she was on. I want to check one. Okay, I guess not. So let's try this one. Kathy Durrett. Kathy is, let me make sure that I cite her channel correctly. Kathy has been watching our videos too. Kathy. I think it's Kathy's Outdoor Adventures. But let me make sure that we've got her right. Kathy's Outdoor Adventures. She's the other lady who is on my list. So if those of you who are moderators could drop some links for me. Carrie, are you a content creator? Because I want you to drop links for content creators, because most of the time although non-content creators are in for the drawing too, but non-content creators generally don't need links dropped. But if you could drop a link for Bernie Fairy Dust Pina, if you could find her link, Alberta Hinksman, Wandering Gypsy Vanner, Tia McPherson. So Prairie Life, I'm helping my dad now. I can't go out and isn't happy. His mobility is declining now that he can't get out. I know we're protecting our elderly, but this isn't the old age they were hoping for. Oh my gosh, no. We were lucky that, okay, what you missed, Casual Girl, is I was having people drop the links for those that did my playlist. And I'm going to do one next week. So if you have the time and the inclination and want to run our playlist, we'd be very grateful. We are at 200 and we only need 286 watch hours. And I'm hoping that happens this week, but at the very least, I believe it'll happen by Christmas. So those that are in, Brian, you should have told me.
Well, I just like you some.
No.
This is my baby.
Just, okay.
I like it.
Okay. He put a bird on my shoulder and I wasn't expecting it and it scared me. Bernie Fairy Dust Pina. So Kathy's Outdoor Adventures, Bernie Fairy Dust Pina, Alberta Hinkson, Wandering Gypsy Vanner, and Tia McPherson. If somebody could drop all of those links, and Class A Carrie. So I was just couldn't remember if you do content or not, Carrie. My brain is mush. So back to Prairie Life. I'll give you a few minutes to do this, the dropping the links, and then we'll do the drawing. So let me turn this down. So we got really lucky. My father was in a rehab center about 3 years ago, and he was not happy. He was still mobile with his walker. He didn't believe he needed any help. He didn't need help. And he literally, and my little sister did not care for the place. I didn't really care for it either, but he just pressured her really hard. And she caved. You caved, Priscilla, if you're listening. You caved. And he went away. He left against medical advice. He came home. But as his mobility declined, it was a nightmare. And when it finally got to the worst, which was about 1.5 years ago, he'd been in another rehab center that we really liked. And we actually got to be friends with one of the nurses. It was just a really nice, we really loved it. And they took great care of our dad. The last time when he needed to go into a place, there wasn't an opening there. And so we went and had him go to a different facility. We went to all of them ourselves. We walked through them. We talked to people, blah, blah, blah. And there was a couple we were good with and a couple we were not. And so He luckily, the place that he was at though was on lockdown, so we had seen him in 30 days before. We'd seen him once. We saw him through a window at his room when two of my sisters and I showed up there, and my husband showed up there, and we talked to him through the window and said hi and whatnot. And it was a really, it was an okay time for being through a window. We surprised him. Got a hair in my face. And so, yeah, we got real lucky. They just, and we know that facility for the first time has 2 or 3 positive COVID patients or people there. I don't know if it's all patients or patients and, workers. Brett, Czar. So we got real lucky, and the nurses had loved my dad. He was really good to the nurses. He was good to the nurses. So anyways, where are we staying? Like the drums. I stopped away a second ago and did it. Oh, no. We're just getting ready to do the drawing. Thank you, Kaylee. Okay. All right. I'll look and see. I don't remember. I'll have to check it out, Bernie. And you got Class A, BamaRush. Thank you so much for that. And I'm going to write your name down for next week's drawing. So I will put out a thumbnail reminding people, come by on Sunday. What time is it? Oh, all right. All right, Kaylee, making sure we're able to get everybody. Lance, were you on Saturday Night Live with a different name last night? Oh, because I didn't see you on there, Lance. There was 5 of us ladies up there for quite a while, quite a time.
Oh my God.
All right, so Victoria's going live at 4 p.m. And so she's going live at 4 p.m. And then we've got Kaylee. Okay, you got Where Are We Staying? BamaRush. Victoria May Wallace, thank you, BamaRush. All right. All right, so I need to write these names all down well. I have written them down, but I need to tear a piece of paper up into how many pieces do we need here? We need, oh, by the way, did you make any progress with the RV? Okay. All right. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And stand here for a minute, Brent, because I'm going to have you pick something. Oh, no, never mind. Your dad will. Yes. There's one.
Don't have any carburetor cleaner to put in there, so it's raining. I'm not going to do anything.
All right. That's 2. There's 3. Class A. All right. And then finally, one more. TMAC. All right. So I'm going to fold these up. And then maybe you could grab the small doggy thing. And I'm going to have you pick. We'll put these in the doggy. And we will have a winner. All right. So I've got, oh, I forgot Kathy. All right. So I've got Kathy, Bernie, Alberta Hinksman, Wandering Gypsy Vanner, Class A Carrie, and Tiamat Fearson. And I've got them all in here. All right. So put it on camera, and then pick one. I'll hold it for you. All right, give me. All right. Pick one. Woo. Drum roll, please. Wandering Gypsy Vanner. Wandering Gypsy. I abbreviated your name, WGV, but that is the name that was picked.
Yeah.
That's it. So, send me an email, please, that you're the winner today. And I'm gonna put a star by your name. But if you could send an email to that right there, I would be and just say winner, winner. Okay, and I'll put a star by your name also. And then, so if you're here and you have time this week to run the playlist, hello Backroads Nomad, you are here. I'm glad you're here. And at 4 o'clock, if I'm going to have you drop the link for Victoria. Good Lord. And if you could run, so if you want to do the playlist for us, great. Come, just send me an email and say running your playlist. That's it. Quick email to burninguptherose1@gmail.com. I'm running your playlist, and I trust you to run it. And then next Sunday, when you come, you will be in the drawing for another $25 gift certificate or Amazon gift card. And thank you, everybody who, even if you're not able to run the playlist, I appreciate you coming by and hanging out, spending time here. And I will have live streams on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, even though we're going to be getting ready to leave if there's a God in the universe. I'm just kidding. God knows what I feel about him. That everything, eventually he's able to fix the generator. And deal with the refrigerator. The refrigerator's the big deal. We can live without the generator, but the refrigerator is the big deal. Okay, yeah. Wandering Savannah. I'm very happy. Oh, yes. We talked good Mexican food, wonderful hot food. I just launched my 2021 decal lineup on my community page. There's 5 designs for 2021. Okay, so are we supposed to go there and look at it and give you some feedback on it? All right, glad you're back, Brian. Winner, winner, Gypsy Vanner. Very right. Thank you, Kaylee. You are very welcome. All right. Thank you so much. I'm very, very happy that you're going to do that. We're pushing hard and trying to get that done. Casual, are you going full-time RVing? All right, so the 26th, we're supposed to start out our first trip. And I mean, I'm assuming we will like it. The only issue, and so my goal is to eventually be more full-time than not, but we have a house to live in, and, we still have a sticks and bricks. And I really, really would like to keep the house, for sentimental reasons. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We'll have ability to be full-time. And even so with our income right now, living on Section 8, which we qualify for, unfortunately, we still would take 1/3 of our income, and we would, there'd be nothing, very little left for a life. So I actually I'm just hoping that it turns out well for us. So our first trip out is about a month to 6 weeks. to go to Quartzsite and go to the family reunion of Papa Drew's. And I would like to meet Bob Wells and Sue Ann. I did a great interview with Sue Ann. Wonderful lady. If Kaylee, if you could drop that link for me, please. It was a good interview. So she talks about the specifics of the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous, the RTR. They are still having an RTR, albeit it is not going to be live. It will be on, I believe it's Cheap. I think it's on either Cheap RV Living or I can't remember if it's Cheap RV Living. Anyway, it's their channel, and it's going to be live podcasts, so to speak, where you can watch people doing, you know, learning, and you can interact. So, and then after that's over, Bob and Sue Ann are taking time away from the nonprofit, and they are each going to be camping in an area at different times, and people are invited to come and spend time with them. You know, Sue Ann really wants to camp with people. You know, she's missing that component of the RTR, just like other people were missing. And that will start at the end of January and go into the first week of February. Sue Ann is doing hers first, and then Bob is doing his second. He probably will not be camping with the whole group because he really needs to have time separate from people for his own mental health, and that's fine. But he will be there every day, spending time hanging out with those that have come to see him and participate. So it's my goal to see and meet both of them. I really wordied that up, didn't I? Kaylee, Victoria May Wallace's Christmas challenge is just over an hour from now. Okay. And then same here. Can't wait to get back on the road. I'm excited to get on the road for the first time. Beatty, which list do I need to run? I'll start right now. It is the one that says everything. There's a list that says everything. Kaylee, did you drop that already? I thought you did. If you didn't, could you get the everything list? Or anybody else who is a moderator. How did that slip my mind? Richard and Lucretia are, oh goodness, please run their playlist to help them get to the best Christmas present they can get, 4,000 watch hours. Thank you very much for that. We really love this community. We've come to be very fond of people. You would never expect, you know, but we get to know each other in a way that sometimes you don't even know people who you see on a regular basis. We're trying. We may not be able to because my father had a reverse mortgage on this. And what's in our favor, unfortunately, sadly, is COVID. It's preventing certain actions from happening. And I do know that the note holder wants, I think it's like $260,000. I don't have it.
Drop in a bucket.
But there may be another way, and it means Richard has to turn 62 really fast in February. So we will be back here by February 14th, by his birthday. You are welcome. Your son live in the upstairs and rent the downstairs. We actually have a roommate. We do have a roommate. And he was trying to give away, well, he was going to move into our bedroom because our bedroom is the master bedroom with an ensuite bathroom. And he had, and that niece that y'all met a few minutes ago was going to move in. And I'm like, and take his bedroom. And I'm like, oh no. He goes, well, we'll make a room in the garage for you. I said, no. That is not happening. We don't even know if we're going to like it. I'm assuming I'm going to like it and Richard's going to like it, but Lucretia, you're going to get the hours. You're going to
come on, babe. Come.
I know. I know that. I believe that completely, but you know, it's those little butterflies churning in my stomach that just won it yesterday. Thank you, Kaylee, so much. Not sure about that. Yes, Warner Gypsy Banner. Thank you so much, Kaylee. Thank you very much for that. And thank you for that. All right, so I contemplated doing something today, but I think that what I'm going to do is what time is Victoria? I thought Victoria was at 4 o'clock. Oh, it's only almost 3. Okay. All right. It's almost 3. All right. So
How many is that in the house?
there's 15 in the house. I don't even know how many thumbs up. Not a clue. Thank you, Kaylee. That would be very helpful. And whoops. I'm trying to find something. Okay. So what I was going to talk about, I had to check some information out. 26 thumbs up. That's very cool. Very nice. Okie doke. That's funny stuff right there. I'd be happy if I could just get a new, what's it called? Oh, new refrigerator, because we can live without the generator, I believe. Or can we, Richard?
It would help to have it.
Yeah, because I don't know, you weren't here earlier, but you know who is Troy from Nomadic Rat Pack is going to do our solar. And he's going to come here and do our solar. All right, so what I wanted to talk about a little bit is the difference between, so let's first of all, let's see all who is a content creator. Put a CC if you're a content creator. Because if you are, this is going to be maybe some good information. Took my crazy aunt for a mule ride at Grand Canyon late August. I'm disabled and loved the way it felt. I've heard so many people talk about how they love that Williams, Arizona area. It is one of those places that I plan on going. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 4, maybe more content creators in here. I know Backroads is. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the difference between quantity versus quality. And I was watching the channel here. I will put the credit in there. I'll put the credit in there of who it was. I just, right off the top of my head, cannot remember. Okay, so weather was hot, but body felt better. That is, I hear that all the time. I see that on here. People feel better there, and I don't know why, because most of us don't like being overly hot. So the idea of the difference between quantity versus quality. And I think everybody knows what quality is. Quality is something everybody, I assume, now that's an assumption, that most of us are shooting for the best videos that we can make. You know, finding interesting content, shooting it well, as good as we can, and then producing it properly. And then there's people that they do not do any editing at all, and that's okay. I mean, they just put it out there. One of them is Nuffin, Nuffin, Nuffin Edited, and I love her. I think she does great stuff. It's a different style that I have. I don't have the bravery she has, and so yeah, Backroads Nomad. Oh, good one. Yeah, yeah, quite. He's quite a content creator, by the way. This is the real deal there, and so you know, talking about are we catering to what YouTube wants, or are we looking at what our audience is looking for? So, you know, whatever it is your channel is about, are you doing what the audience is looking for? And that's, you know, one of those questions that everybody has to answer for themselves. Of course, everybody knows that the benchmark is having a schedule, doing everything on a schedule to the best of our ability. So, and that schedule means most of the time we need to be doing one video a week, at least one video. That is apparently what the algorithm is looking for, is a consistent once a week video upload. Content, not live streams. Content. And so what he brought up was there are people who will just do video after video after video, you know, put up 3, 4, 5 videos a week. And then eventually, most of the time, you start seeing burnout. So what everybody has to weigh is what is their capacity. They called it posting capacity. So even though you could post 5 times a week, are the videos good quality, or are you just throwing stuff up there? So that was one of the questions, you know, trying to figure that out for ourselves. Are we just doing it just to get it out there? Because people will burn out. And I have heard, so I have an email. I would never share it, nor would I share their names. I have an email from someone who their channel, it's a couple, it's fairly popular. It's actually very popular. They have a lot of followers, thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. And I wanted to interview them. And he said no. And the reason is, he said they can't stand YouTube videos anymore. The only reason they watch a single video is because they have to. And my mouth dropped open. That shocked me. I don't know why. I do realize that this can be treated as just a sideline, a thing we do for fun, or it can be treated as a business and operated and ran by a business. But it's my hope I can operate this as a business and have fun doing it, and that in 5 years, I'm not going to hate doing it or watching videos. I really like the people whose videos I watch, or I wouldn't be watching their videos. So that was disconcerting to hear him talk about that. And my suspicion is they probably got burnout. Possibly got burnout. So once you get to know your audience, aiming for the quality that your audience really will appreciate, and they'll tune in to watch. And again, that is content creation, not live streams. There's a place where live streams come into play here in a moment. vidIQ, that's it. The channel is vidIQ. So one of the other issues about producing high quality, one of the issues with producing high quality videos is if it's searchable. People will be searching for it long after you post it. And that is important to know. Let's see what Backroads says. To get your videos watched, do not upload when everyone else is. Upload on off hours and off days from the main YouTubers in your genre. If you upload at the same time as others, your video will get lost. That's a possibility. But there is a place, and I have never seen it. I've never found it, and it's going to be embarrassing to admit, but there is a place allegedly in our analytics where we can see when it is our particular viewers most watch our videos. And that's my understanding, and that's the time we're supposed to be doing our uploading. I put out what is fun, and I hope you all like it, but try not to stress out over it anymore. Good girl. Good girl. I think that's probably the best way to go about it. Personally, I only watch and follow those that I truly like. Me too. I subscribed to somebody a long time ago. It's not that I don't like this person, but my gut is rarely wrong, but it can be. And let me preface this with that we're seeing people, especially when it's an uploaded video, not an interactive something like, like this is, like a live stream, but content. So what we're getting, and even in a live stream, you're getting what that person wants you to see. And it's not necessarily even intentional misleading somebody, but you're not seeing us in our everyday life. We're not seeing you in your everyday life. I guarantee you, there's people who, I know one YouTuber who does not like me. I could drop a bomb in this person's lap and they would not respond to me for nothing. I don't know what I did. I actually messaged this person and I asked him straight out, did I do something to offend you? I wouldn't have thunk it was something. I just don't do that to people. But I'm also the kind of person who will try to figure out what I've done wrong if it seems like, and it really does seem like to me, and I'm probably right, this person doesn't really like me a lot. Zero. And I have not heard back from them. And so I'm letting that go. I don't know what the issue is. If this person were a grown-up, they would probably tell me, yeah, you're not my cup of tea, Lucretia. I could do that to somebody. If somebody said, Lucretia, it seems like you don't really, you're not responding to me. You don't talk to me. You don't interact with me. Even when I ask you things, what's wrong? I would put on those big girl boots. I would pull them up as high as I could, and I would be as kind as I could and say, it doesn't mesh. I think you're a nice person, but we just aren't meshing, and that's all right. I still wish you the best. This person probably doesn't have the capacity, and I'm not going to let it bug me most of the time, but I am the person who wants to know, what did I do? And guess what? It may not be me. It may be the other person. But in my recovery program, I'm really taught to look at one person, and that's me. Incinerating toilet videos. Very interesting. Yes, people like toilet videos of all sorts. Casual girl thinks I made so I would be memories, my family and friends. That's what I've heard. A lot of people started out that way, and that was the intent. And then it turned into something else. Hello, Lucky Dog Productions, moderator. Thank you. And that's true, Lucretia, but bigger channels bury the smaller channels by the sheer fact of how the algorithm pushes bigger channels to the front and leaves the smaller channels in the shadows. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So maybe if they're really interested, they'll look at them when you load them upload them. Okay, I just want to make sure. So the plans for my videos, I have not been great about doing them. As you know, the fact is, I have to say this every time I talk to people. I'm not in love with editing. I like shooting videos. I have so much stuff on my camera. I have had to offload it many times. I do a lot of shooting, and then I don't upload it because I prefer to talk to people like this. And I'm going to invite people up here in a minute. I enjoy that. That's who I am. That's the kind of communicator I am. And so, but my focus has been in my description, and we talked about this on channel when we're talking about focusing on channels. I have an about section that describes it. We are in a sticks and bricks, and it's showing the process of getting to on the road RV life, whether it end up being full-time or part-time or mostly full-time. I don't know, but that's what it's about. So I'm going to be shooting. We actually should be shooting today. It's raining here. It's very raining here. And my fire. Oh, my fire is going. Okay. So focusing on the process of getting out of here. I don't care if someone doesn't like me. That's the way it's supposed to be. Don't care. That's sad. An honest answer is always, oh, absolutely. You know, the fact is we're all humans, and you know, there's things, like I said, I know, even in, you know, so I know people sometimes don't care for my personality. Thanks, Kaylee. Okay. It is hurtful. I always think it's me. Me too, Kayla. So that's my training. It's not anybody intentionally did that, but I don't like that light. But it goes way deep for people like you and I who think we're the problem. I know I'm not all the time. I intellectually know that, and I even most of the time know that as a grown-up. But sometimes that little girl who for whatever reason felt like she was the cause of all problems around her peeks her head out of me and says, gotcha, you are the fault, you caused it, you didn't do this right, or you said this wrong, or you behaved this way, or you said crap one too many times and you pushed people away. And that's, you know, that may be true to a degree, but I mostly have her under control. Kaylee. All right. So, I was looking here. I found that I found that that thumbnail is key. Oh yes. I love, and I enjoy, I don't know. Okay. So it's always my face. All right. So, and then all of the things that were, you know, whatever the show is going to be about is on top of that. Would you rather see more of the like copy and paste instead of how it's my face, as you, like I just said? Would you rather see some kind of you think it would be more helpful to do it differently? I try to, like, if I'm having a guest, I put them on there and I make sure that they're on that thumbnail. And I do like doing thumbnails. I love doing thumbnails. I use PicMonkey. A catchy thumbnail is also key to getting the attention of those that scroll through their video list. Yep. Those that don't like me get, yeah. Even I won't keep going there. For those that don't like me, bury my face down and use me as a bike. Is there anyone who would like their link dropped that I've missed? So let Miss Kaylee know. All right, we'll move on to a little bit more information. So always aiming for as good. So now, and when I do edit it and when I do shoot, I am aiming for the best possible video that I have the skill to produce. And I think that I do okay. I don't feel that I'm lacking. I'm trying not to put, so I did, here's one of the mistakes I did make. I wanted to do this fancy schmancy editing. I wanted to put a background and then the frames on top of that background. I've only got that to work once with a good flow. There are times when I spent hours on one frame trying to force it to work. It, for whatever reason, and I'm not a photographer, so I don't know, but it was no different than the rest of the track, but it would not work with that background. And I don't know why. So I started looking at other people's videos very closely at the technical stuff. I stopped watching the content because I like the content already. I know I like it and I like the people. So I started watching people who have successful channels, and I noticed that they don't have a background. I mean, they don't have some fancy layout with this, you know, choosing a background. Wait, I need to go back to that. I'm sorry, I have to go now and exercise. Yay, sorry. Thank you for coming here, and I appreciate you doing the list. And just send me an email if you can to remind me that you're one of the people on the list. And I believe I wrote your name down, but that's the problem. I wrote it down on paper that I have mislaid already. You have a great rest of your day. Yeah, me too. Although I've lost 6 pounds in the last week. Yeah. Very happy for that. BamaRush. Before editing, I capture a moment from that video on Windows and download that pic, then upload it to Canva. Okay. So that is, I mean, I realize that's one of the things everybody does. Many people do. Thank you. Bernie, hoping that you produce quality media videos so that they last out there and you will build a very large crowd. I'm hoping that too. That is my hope. And by the way, and I've said this every time I've talked about this, this is not about money for me. I don't actually, I have no illusion that people become rich on this. There are some people, you know, 30 and a Wake Up put his financial stuff out there for us to see several weeks ago, and it's not uncommon for him to be making not minimum of $9,000 a month. Now he did start out as a international travel vlogger, and so there's a lot of people who love international travel, and but he has not been doing that this last year because of COVID, and is still, according to his numbers, doing really well. So it can be done, and I've no doubt. But I just am challenged. I've challenged myself. I missed college. I didn't go until I was old. I was 50 when I graduated. And so I missed college. And as it turned out, I enjoy learning. So here I am, 10 years later. All right, so let's a little bit more information. We talked about that. Searchable. Oh, so when we're doing them, look and see if there's something you can add. It identified, like, is there a link, or is there, let me look at the word they used. Graphics. Is there graphics that can be added? Is there a link that needs to be added? Is there an area that if you just reshot that one thing, you feel like it would pull it together more? Because as tight as we can get it is the aim for good quality videos that will be put out there by YouTube, which, oh God, this guy, yes, he is very knowledgeable, very knowledgeable. And I'll talk a little bit more about this, Kaylee. So I'm working on a letter for my Patreon people, my 3 Patreons. And I did not get it finished last night. I was just too tired. And I did not have time to finish it today. I'm hoping tonight. Keywords, yes. Search out keywords. And what's trending, you know, so that, you know, knowing that what people are looking for in your genre. You know my middle name. Or was that for Kaylee? Because my middle name is Kay. And when I hear somebody use my name, when they're talking to me and they use that name, I haven't used that since I was about 18 years old, and I'm 59. So that's a name from my history. And people generally don't call me Kay. So you were probably talking to Kaylee, but I saw Kay, and that is my middle name. Kaylee, okay. I thought, hey, do I know you? Maybe we were childhood friends. Lucretia and Kevin. Oh yeah, there we go. That was about 4.5 hours or 5.5 hours. It was long, but it didn't seem long when we were doing it. Uh-oh. Come here, Patty. Richard? Patty needs out. I don't know. Ask her when she comes toddling in there. Okay, so aiming for the best that we can do. And what can we add to it, including reshooting, making better video, by the way. And maybe sometimes you just got to do it. Also, the idea that done is better than perfect. If perfect is keeping us from putting out a video, and we do these what is referred to as hero videos, they're like the top of the cream list. They're the cream of the cream crop. Okay, and those are done maybe once or twice a year at that level. That's keeping us from doing consistent videos, because if we're just consistently putting out 2 videos a year that are perfect, we're not going to keep an audience. And so it's identified that there's this middle ground. There's this hero level videos that are just perfect, beautiful videos we want to do all the time. The second level are referred to as hub videos. I would have chose a different name, but vidIQ called them hub videos. And these are the ones that keep your audience continually coming back. They're what people are looking for. They're the content that most of your viewers want to see. And oh, hygiene videos. And he doesn't mean hygiene as in, ooh, wash my underarms, wash my face, wash my hair. No, he was talking about targeted areas. So a quick targeted video might be because there is a trending topic in your niche, and it would behoove you to get a video out on it sooner than later. And it does not have to be perfect. It just got to get done. So being clear with yourself that done is better than perfect. Some of the reasons you might make a quick video. Okay, so why don't you put in here before I share what vidIQ was right there in my head. vidIQ says, what do you say? What would you do a quick video for? What kind of situations? What kind of topics would you say are a good idea to make a quick video for? Let's see what we've got. Roberta Blake is a channel that helps people with growing their channels. Cool. Changing your picture. Is that what you're, oh, you need help changing your picture. Okay. Yep, it was an awesome information-filled video. And I can't, so I have to go back and watch. I've watched pieces of it, but I've never been able to sit down and just watch it. I want to sit down and watch it to take notes. So Kaylee is asking, Bernie Fairy Dust Pinion, do you have a content channel? So have you made contents? Have you put out videos of certain topics or certain things? because she's not able to find your channel. And that's most of the time the reason is that it's not a content creating channel. Some videos need more attention than others during editing, i.e. special moments or events. Yes. I did a video on my father's, for my father, because he had kind of become part of the channel and people really loved my dad. They enjoyed seeing him. He was very lively. He was funny, and people really were interested in my dad. So I did a video in his honor, and I took a long time on that, and it still sucked in my opinion, but it was not a good situation, you know. Okay. So I'll try to find it after the stream, and unless somebody else can find Bernie Fairy Dust Pena channel, because she's obviously got a channel. She's here, and she just hasn't produced content, but still should be findable. Oh, well, good morning, Roxanne Limonera. I think you're new to my channel, so I'm going to write your name down. If you want to tell us just a bit about your channel and what you do, if you're a content creator or not. If you don't create content, that's great, because non-content creators are the backbone of YouTube channels. There's quite a few that come to channels just to watch, and we absolutely appreciate that. So let me see here. Roxanne Limonera. So where are you at? Are you in the Philippines or maybe in Australia? Wherever it's morning. Maybe the UK? BamaRush. Thank you for trying to help her, guys. I'm very interested in creating videos, but watching all kinds of YouTube channels to learn and see if I can handle it. You know, I will be honest with you. I really had zero intentions of doing this. I just started watching. I was recovering from a back surgery, a big back surgery, a year and a half, well, almost 2 years ago, and I saw Bob Wells, who knows a lot about nomad living. I saw him and I was shocked, to say the least. So I saw him, and I thought, you know, I decided I wanted to live on the road, or, you know, at least a big chunk of my life, and that would be a great way to make videos. You know, what an interesting thing to make videos of living in such a way. It reminds me in a way of when my ancestors came to this county in 1849, and my husband. Our families probably met. It would be very unlikely that they didn't, even though it was, you know, the population was diffuse. They were very spread out, and in a very rural area of our county, especially back then. And so they would have only had horse and buggies and walking. So this feels similar to that for some reason. I don't quite know why. Maybe it's the unknown. But I figured there's a lot of things to shoot. I am not a photographer. I am not a photographer, but I'm learning. I really need to figure out a way to improve my videos, but I only have my phone. And I have a tablet, but it doesn't work the greatest. I wish that I could get a laptop. So I originally got a laptop. So I had a crappy old desktop, just antiquated, completely out of date by a decade. And I was having trouble doing live streams. So I didn't have the money at the time to go outright buy it, but I went and I rented a video at a rent-a-sell place. And then I got the money together, and I had that for a couple months. And then I got the money together to go buy the laptop I'm using right now. But I started with a rental. It was like $100 a month. And if I was going to do much with it, from my perspective, now it's different for others. Everybody does this differently. But for me, I need a screen to work with. There's people who do everything. They edit on their phones. They do it all on their phones. They shoot and they edit and they upload everything from the phone. Modern phones, you know, if you have a phone from the last, 5 years, most of these phones, the cameras are very good. Richard and I bought a really good camera recently to start learning to shoot with a different kind of lens, have options. We've still not learned it. Everything right now, all the videos I do right here on this camera. So the camera shouldn't be a big issue because most everybody starts with their camera and many continue with just their camera. So it's the editing that was a problem for me, and I'll be upfront. I wouldn't do well, I don't believe, on my camera editing it. But again, there's people editing. So you can probably look up how to mobile editing. I don't know what's your, if you feel like coming up, maybe we could talk here in a few minutes. I've got some thoughts about that. Yeah, which phone do you use would be a first question. Thank you. Backroads. BamaRush, open second a window if you are laptop or PC and open YouTube again. Same here after back surgery. It's been locked down for 19 months now. I want to try since I use videotape family home videos. Okay, so I absolutely agree. I am so glad that I started doing this. And I mean, I was just watching people. And then, so from Bob Wells, it was Box Van D. He was the catalyst. I mean, he was the, let me say, he was the eye opener. I mean, he was standing in front of this beautiful mountain with snow on it saying, do you want to continue paying rent? Do you want to continue paying utilities? Do you want to continue, you don't have to pay rent. You don't have to pay utilities. You don't have to pay, exorbitant fees to live in a sticks and bricks. There's another way of living. And the trade-off is you get this. And then I saw Box Van D, and she was the catalyst to moving on and doing it. I know that's not necessarily part of your question, but she was the catalyst to trying to live in a nomad manner. It's my little friend. Okay, Kaylee's helping you out there. Okay. "23 minutes, Victoria. Thank you, Vicki. We're going to raid your house. Oh, next page, PJ. Hello. Well, I'm glad you peeked in to say hello. We were talking about a little earlier about people running my playlist. I only have 286 hours left to go to be ready to be them to monetize me, eligible for monetization. So if you're interested, if you have time to run my playlist, I would be grateful. And next Sunday, if you're able to peek back in, you would be on in the drawing for a $25 gift certificate or Amazon card. Kaylee. Oh, good girl. Galaxy 8, but I'm driving right now. Okay, so Galaxy 8. I have a Samsung something, and it takes perfectly good videos. Yes, been watching tons of videos. Yep. I'm just gonna, I can sum it up real easy. He made me believe I could poop in a bucket. Okay, that's what I said. He made me believe I could poop in a bucket in order to live in a way that was more fulfilling. I'm not going to probably have to poop in a bucket. I've got a Class C RV. I have disabilities, as you know, and I really need a bed I can get into. Number one. That was our number one requirement. Number two requirement is a bathroom. I need a bathroom. I don't have to have it, but it would make life much easier for me. Thank you, PJ, very much. I've got about 3 people running. And by the way, if there's anybody in the room right now that needs their channel ran, I'm happy to do it. I've got 3 right now on this second computer, and I can put as many as I need on there. I'm going to put your name on here. Next page, PJ. Have a good time at work. All right, so that's, whoops. All right, so done is better than perfect. And then talking about what might include why might someone do a quick video? So one of them is to information that is just coming out that is pertinent to your channel or to your niche, trying to quickly get on something that's trending. If that's important to you, then that would be a reason to put out a quick video. And by the way, quick videos can lead to quality videos. So how that works is, so you start learning the craft of video making. It's a craft, okay? And you start learning the craft of video making by making what? Sandwiches? No. Videos. Start making videos. And eventually, there will be, when your goal is to continue to make better videos, is to start learning how you make the video, how you process it, how you do your editing, the kind of things you want to use in your editing. Do you like adding music or adding a background? Maybe you're better than I am. Adding a background, and working towards making them as professional as possible. That be the goal. And one of the most important things, as we all know, is the thumbnail. That's why I was trying to get. So after this video, if you could go look, after we're done with this live stream, if you could please, please, please go look at the thumbnail for this and leave me a comment about it. Good, negative, I don't care. I like feedback. It's the only way I'm going to get better. And I don't know if it's, if they're just, it's passe now because it's just my face and then the wording around it. And I really, truly mean, I really like constructive criticism. And then learning how to optimize the metadata. The metadata being stuff I have not learned to optimize. That is in your analytics. So is there anybody who would like to use their analytics? I know I'm actually, mobile video editing apps that are professional are very intuitive to use for beginners. iOS, Video Loop. I think I've heard of KindMaster. I had never heard of Video Leap. All right. Well, Backroads Nomad would be somebody who knows his stuff. He's been around a long time and doing it. Most videos I use a music montage to spice it up, so to speak. Me, I do too. And actually in the video that I did of Richard and I going over to Sisters, I needed the music because we did not have a fun drive together that day. he was just like 5 or 6 days out of the hospital after his back surgery. And here we are flying over the pass through the snow to go look at this RV that we didn't end up seeing because she texted us and told us it had a leak, which I asked her days before. Anyways, so I needed to cover that darn conversation. We get along 99% of the time. And then there's that time when neither one of us are in our best place and we're trapped in a car. Oh, that's what we're going to be doing. Oh, here we go. Don't wear flip-flops. Oh, darn it, I wanted to get yours. Don't wear flip-flops when taking walks when sun goes down and Asha of Pandemonium stepped. Did she get bit? I know exactly who you're talking about. Did Asha get bit? That's very scary to hear. So, darn it, that's really frightening. Video Guru. Oh, okay. I've heard of Video Guru before. Mobile editing. Okay, we've got LumaFusion. All right. KindMaster, Video Leap. There's some ideas. It can also be used on tablets. All right. Is there anybody who for the last 15 minutes would like to come up and use have us take a look at your what you're doing with your videos, with a video. Maybe look at your analytics to see how people are responding. I can use mine, but you know, almost 3 hours has been all about me. Well, no, it's been about Christmas, but I really like to bring people up and allow you to share your stuff because I feel like it's a partnership. Really, I genuinely believe this to be a partnership, and that is exactly the way I work. Anything, it's in partnership. I enjoy music being part of my channel. I want to delve more into some of this, but not tonight because I do want to raid Vicky. I want to raid Vicky at 4 o'clock. And no, because Snakehead, she stepped on it, happened a couple of years ago. She was freaked out. It was on Terry and Scotty's channel. Okay. Yeah, so what I know about the desert, I thought most of these snakes were in hibernation of sorts. Backroads. Why was there a cop? Was it? I wonder what time of year that she stepped on it. So if it was a couple of years ago, it could be really anything. Because my understanding is that you should be wearing ankle boots at least, and preferably the ones that come above the ankle. I don't have a pair yet, but I will. And I never wear flip-flops. Personally, I don't like them. Having the mobility disability that I have, I prefer to walk barefooted or to have on this one specific pair of walking boots that I like. They're a walking tennis shoe. And I really like them. I really like them. What I'll do is I'll drop a link, which I should have done when I first announced that. Can't believe I didn't drop the link. Okay. North Carolina when it happened. I haven't watched her in a while. I don't really have much time to watch people other than those that are watching my channel. I mean, I miss, you know, there's there's people that I watch that aren't ever going to watch my channel, and that's okay. But it's very infrequent because I don't have time. I put my energy into those that are putting their energy into me. That's the way it makes sense. So never assume that it's not snake season or scorpion. Okay, so my sister Patricia, who's been on here a few times, she lived in Phoenix, Phoenix area, a suburb of Phoenix, and she said, well, she had more than one snake rattler. Just give me a wave when you're ready, BamaRush. All right.
I'm checking my sound here real quick.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, here, I got to turn the sound up a little bit. Somebody started the washing machine for some odd reason
Okay.
while I was.
My
Oh, there we go.
my earbuds aren't working, so well, I wanted to get to the point of the thumbnail was really key, because when we were listening to Kevin talk, I went back and I changed a few thumbnails. And my part 2 of our trip out to Yellowstone, I changed that. And before I changed it, I was probably at about, I think, 30 views. And after I changed it, it went up to over 200.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think it really did help. And I went back and changed a few more. So that means that YouTube is actually, and I went up and looked at the analytics of it, YouTube is actually suggesting that video just because that thumbnail.
So it worked.
Yes. I put some color into it. I put some thought into it. And, of course, having a little man on there with the cute little pose of his, that helped. But then I added a few more keywords, and I'm getting people commenting on that video that, aren't subscribers, but they like the video.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's key. The thumbnail is key. There you go. Well, I've got a few that I need to still redo. And I'm trying to get it all done. It's like I'm trying to do every facet of a channel. And sometimes it feels like I don't get some of the most important things done. Like that is imperative to get done. Yeah.
Yeah. And the keywords, when you go into your YouTube studio and you're uploading your video and it says more settings or advanced or something like that, down towards the bottom of the first basic information where you do your description, and if you'll see, and they'll bring up, you can click on English because they'll add subtitles for you, because I'm actually getting people from foreign lands commenting. But you'll see where it says keywords, and that's where you type in your keywords. So for instance, you would type in the brand name of your RV, and you would do that several times by changing up the way you type it. And I've learned that Roberto Blake says, no, actually it was another guy. I can't think of his name. He says he took one of his videos that he had a bunch of keywords off, and he went through the graphs of his analytics of how many views and where his channel was getting most of his views from. And then he took those keywords off, and he averages about, I think he said about 15,000 per video. He took it off, and it dropped basically in half amount of views just by keywords alone.
Oh my gosh. So was he just doing a test?
Yes. And he was doing a video showing how that can work and help you out and help you grow.
Sure. Did you do one?
So it's just a tutorial, basically.
Right. Do you remember his name?
I cannot think of his name. It was on my suggested videos, and I watched it, and that's what got me the idea of adding more keywords. So I would add a little bit, and he's like, do as many as you can think of. And that's what I try to do. Now, I've had a few videos get pushed out a little bit more because of it. But I really think it more depends on the catchy thumbnail. People want to their eye test is going to be there first before actually searching, because I went through my analytics and people, only my subscribers are really searching me. But the keywords, you know, someone types in like, for one of my examples is ATV, you know, videos.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, they type that up. It may pop up into their suggestions when they type in to actually search for it. It may.
Well, so Backroads, what's your take on the idea of, you know, or do we have enough time? I suspect we don't.
Yeah, he's absolutely right about thumbnails. They're very important when people are scrolling through their playlist. You know, people tend to subscribe to between 10 and 20 people at a time, or even more. So if you get a list of people popping up with videos, the first thing that catches your eye is going to be the thumbnail. You know, it's like if you're walking past the store window and something catches your eye in the window and you're like, oh, I really like that, and you want to go in and see it. It's the same thing on YouTube. You have to have something for the window shopper that's going to catch their attention and bring them in.
Right.
Aron just posted Nick Nemeth.
Yeah. Nick is great for people that do laptop or desktop type video production. D, his brother, is great for people that do mobile creating. He does live streams every Sunday, and you can ask him questions. And if he's in a good mood, he'll go and critique your channels and give you some helpful ideas on things you can do. So, the list I put out, you know, Brian G. Johnson, he's another great one for helping you figure out your analytics and how to pump up your numbers. He does a lot of things with thumbnails, you know, talking about those different types of things and how things change, because things are constantly changing on YouTube. The people that are coming in and watching, they're constantly changing. Their attention is changing. So you have to change up about every 3 to 4 months to keep on top of what's current and what people are looking at as far as thumbnails. A great thing to do is to go in and look at people like Casey Neistat, PewDiePie. Look at the kind of thumbnails they're putting up on their videos, and then use something in your genre that's kind of similar that will get people's attention, because they're two of the biggest YouTubers out there right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, that's a good thing. Another big thing is, like I said before, audio in your videos. You have to have quality video. The content can be so-so, but if you have horrible audio, it's going to go away. You can have great content. You have horrible audio, it's going to go away. If you have, you know, mediocre content but great audio, you're going to get a lot more people that are going to watch your videos, because people are very oratory as far as listening. So they want to hear good quality, either have a good music track, have good oratory of what the story you're telling, you know, something that's going to help enhance your video, and that'll drive a lot of people to watch you too.
Yeah, Prairie Life was asking me if it's Brian G. Johnson. No, that's not the guy. This guy had long hair. I remember that, long curly hair. I just looked up help channel grow, and there's a bunch of suggestions. So
long curly hair, that's probably Roberto Blake.
No, he was a white guy. He's kind of a burly white guy. I know Roberto Blake. He's pretty knowledgeable. This was probably about 2 months ago that I saw that. I can't think of his name. I haven't really gone back to his channel yet. And I was trying to find it, see if I can find it real quickly, and I can't. Hey, Aron.
There's a lot of people. So, Aron, what do you have to say?
No sound.
Oh, no sound.
You really want to hear what I have to say?
Oh, God.
You really want to hear what I have to say? Because what I say and what you do with it is two different things. Because I've been saying the same thing. If you put half as much effort into your thumbnail as you do making the movie or your video, you would make people watch it so much more. But people don't understand that. I don't want to. No, I just want to get this video out. Let me put 150 words in a thumbnail and expect everybody to understand exactly what I want to do with the video. It doesn't work that way. 5 words, 5 to 6 words max. Not Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Thanksgiving's coming, blah, blah, blah. 1 to 6 words maximum. You don't want to fluff it up because you can't read it. You got to remember that the picture you're looking at is smaller than the picture we're looking at for the live right there with me in it. It's that small, going to be that smaller than that. If you can't read it and it doesn't catch your eye, nobody's going to watch it.
Huh?
And you need colors that pop too.
Yeah.
Yes. Yellows,
There's-
reds, greens, and a font that is big and bold so you can read it. If you do this weird handwriting thing and I can't read it, I'm not going to click on it. I don't know what it is. I can't understand it. I'm moving on to the next thing.
Right.
Well, there's also a new trend towards not even putting any lettering on the thumbnail because the title is right below the thumbnail and it tells what the video's about.
And
So there's a trend. Yeah, that's a great way to do it is just have a picture that pops with colors that pop.
There's a great debate with that because if you've got a face in there, they say it's better. Some people say don't put any words whatsoever in it, but you got to have a face. You got to have something to relate you. You are your what do they call it? Brand.
Your
If
brand,
they see
yeah.
your face, then they know it's you on the video, and they're more likely to click it because you want to build that group. So they see you, they see a product. Hey, I wonder what he's looking at today. Click, click. Okay, there you go. Win the click. That's what wins your click is the thumbnails.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people that do put their picture in there. They'll use like a white highlight outline around there. It's kind of like it's a paste in there. I'm still trying to figure that part out.
That's easy, but it depends on the software you're using.
Yeah.
Bring up a thumbnail. Okay, so let's just look at. So,
and Lucretia, my biggest critique for you is quit doing the landscape. Go the other direction.
I am. Except that one I'm not because it was in Walmart and things were just not going well.
Every one of yours has a landscape picture in it.
No, you want landscape. She's in portrait.
Yeah, you don't want the portrait mode. You want the landscape.
Yeah, you want the landscape mode. Turn your phone sideways 90 degrees. So when you're filming, don't film this way. Film this way
before you press record.
Yeah,
and the same thing with taking pictures. And I've got a sheet for that. Go into portrait. There is a portrait mode in your phone.
Yeah.
Go down to it where it says portrait. Go to this way, the landscape, and take your picture that way. It is so much clearer, so much crisper of a picture that it won't pixelate and it will make you look like a superstar. Everybody uses the front-facing camera, which has lower pixel rate.
Mm-hmm.
And if you use the back one and went into portrait mode, it is going to be such a crisp picture.
Okay. So you're saying that you think it would be better if I got rid of this picture and did it differently?
Yes.
Yeah, shoot it landscape instead of portrait. Yes.
Now, Lucretia, look at your thumbnails right now and tell me what the one that says let's talk about tech reports is in. I can't read anything but today at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Okay.
I can't read anything else. The red does not pop. The green is not popping because it's not big enough. It's not bold enough.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. 3 to 5 words.
Yeah, use a white font, but then you can use like a red or green, something that'll contrast as an outline around it to help it pop out.
Yeah.
You need to be able to read what that is all about and quick. You got 3 to 5 seconds to catch my attention or I'm moving on.
Right.
And that's just not me. That's YouTube in general.
Right.
But a lot of the YouTube influencers that help channels grow will tell you use a white font. Don't use like a red or yellow or green font because that to a lot of people looks too like animated and childish. It's not, they want a more modern look to it. So use the white, but then you can outline with a color, but not too big, just enough to make a contrast and a pop with the font.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good information, and probably we'll go take a look at some other people's thumbnails and just kind of try to mimic in an authentic way.
Can you let Bama show the one that he was working on today?
Yeah.
That helped him?
Yeah.
Can you show that one? I think I've seen it, but
Oh, let me get his channel.
I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be helpful, but
sure.
I have preached and preached about thumbnails, and I don't see anybody even trying. I mean, like I said, it's all about making that video and not about making a thumbnail. And that's like I said before, I do everything backwards. That's the first thing I do is the thumbnail, and then I make the
That's what I
video.
started doing.
Because
Then I
if-
make the video.
Because if the video does not match what the thumbnail's about, you just wasted a whole bunch of time. Now you're just clickbaiting.
It will be Rush Family Takes a Trip to Yellowstone Part 2.
All right.
That's the one that's got the most views right now. Or you just click on videos on my channel,
All
and
right.
then you should be able to scroll down, or it should be like, because I've done a
Probably
few
be
lives.
easier for you to find it,
Connect it up.
Bama, and then share the screen, and then you can show what you got that way, because you know
Okay.
exactly what you're looking for.
All right, I'll do that.
All right, I've got it up here now.
Okay.
Okay, just tell me which one.
This one right here, part 2, with the leaf. Second row, last one,
Okay, got it.
Up. down. There.
Oh,
That's. I don't
got
want to see the video. I just want to look at the thumbnail.
it. Right.
That one
So
there.
just-
yeah.
And he's probably still got it on his desktop, so that's why I was suggesting that one
Okay.
the other way.
Well, if you've got it in a way that will show it better, I don't. There it is. I was
Yeah.
just trying to enlarge it.
Yeah, that second one in.
Use Control and your scroll the little scrolly thing on your mouse.
Yeah.
Hit Control and that, and it'll make the page bigger. There you go. Now come
There
down.
you go.
There. That's much easier.
Okay.
But see, the yellow pops. I can't read what he's saying, but you get the idea.
Yes.
Yeah, I just mainly did the, just kind of encapsulated the title into it.
Yeah.
Lucretia, when you're done with that one, type in Nick Nimmin and pull his up, please.
Okay.
Yeah, his are outstanding.
All right.
NIM, and it should populate underneath.
Right
you go.
there, top
Go down
one.
one. Where you go, thumbnail. I mean, look at the difference. Look at how that pops.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. I mean, actually,
And if you go look,
Go
at
ahead.
my channel, I did the same exact thing, except for I did oranges instead of the yellow, black, and reds. Way
all
back.
right.
ARON.
Yeah.
There you are, right on the top. So look at that. That's the last one I just put out. Black tank pig, and people are like, "What is that?" And that's the ghosting you're talking about, Bama.
Yeah, the outline.
Yeah, it's easy to do. It's just every software does a little bit different. I mean,
Right.
I try to keep it as simple as possible, but it's different than what the description says because it's black tank pig.
What software do you use, Aaron?
I have an old version of Adobe Paint or their Paint, whatever it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely the words are.
Photoshop.
Yeah, and the words
But-
are very poppy.
Yes. And it's very catchy to the eye. And you can see I'm going backwards. So
Yeah, up here, this app I use called Photo Cutout. I can cut out photos and add the border and shadows to the thumbnails. I use Spark Post to make my thumbnails, which is very simple to do. Once you get a library, you can go in and just keep changing the ones that are in there. So there's all different kinds. I like the Photo Cutout. It's free. I can do borders. I can do shadows. I can do all different types of things on the.
We'll take a look at yours real quick here.
Yeah, if you scroll, as I say, scroll down right
Just go to videos. That works.
See the my Kitty Sunday one. I've got a double outline where it's black and white, so it pops a little more.
Oh, I thought that was a bone, man.
It's a kitty chewing on a bone. That's exactly what that is.
It looks like a bone. It looks like the hip bone.
Yeah.
I didn't even. I was like, "What is that?" And then you said it's a kitty with a bone. And then I saw it, and I'm like, "Okay."
I like
Yeah,
that.
I like that one right there with the cutting wood. That is a really good thumbnail.
Yeah, I like
A little
that
too
too.
wordy, but it's that pops. I mean, that really pops.
That blue right there is good. I really like that.
Yeah.
Blue here.
Orange in the corner catches your eye.
Yeah, see, Alex, a lot of the pictures are outlined.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So the next video I will do it. I'll look at yours, Backroads, and
Actually, Lucretia, just
yes.
go up into the search bar and type in lives and look at the different thumbnails. That's all you got to do. You're making it too complex. Just live. You're live. We're in live right now. LIVE. And hit enter. And that's going to show you what all the different ones look like for lives.
Mm-hmm.
See how simple some of these are? Some are really complex. Other ones are. What catches your eye? Look who pops up on with the third one from the top.
Yep.
And I've been schooling her for a while now on her thumbnails. So it's you got to keep it as simple as possible, but catch somebody's eye.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The more words you add to it, it's just. I mean, look at that ABC one. You know what ABC is. Go down one. ABC News Live. Boom. Okay, I know what that's going to be.
Right.
Big six.
That's what I go to sleep with every night, right there.
Well,
It caught my attention, but see, you're right. So I was trying to find something to help me sleep. And I love the sound of rain. And that particular thumbnail is what brought me to that channel.
you will until you're in an RV and there's a rainstorm and it's going to keep you awake. You'll be like, that is soothing as sound. Yeah. You'll be looking out the window, wondering if that tree is going to fall. But see, just see how simple some of these are. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and they get
pretty much
one point.
I just captured the moment from the video.
Go back up to the. Oh, yeah, she's showing breasts. That I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah.
But that's the other thing that sells. But
that's true. So yeah, it's. Oh, that catches attention right there. You know what?
I mean, look at that one. His guy. That's him. The dog. There you go.
Yep, it's very simple.
But you can see,
it's very obvious that's van life when they show things like that.
Yes. Chrome. I love Chrome.
So when I go to do a video, that's the first thing I do is put in the title that I'm going to use in the search bar. And then it gives me an idea of what everybody else is doing for their thumbnails before I even get started.
Mm-hmm.
I've got this idea for a video. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to type that in. And it gives me ideas. It's going to give you keywords because there's other videos that have the keywords already in there. So you already know what the keywords are. You already know what the title's going to be. You got a good idea of what your thumbnail's going to look like because you've already done the research. How am I going to compete with another video of the same thing as your thumbnail? It could be the exact same video, but the thumbnail is what's going to drive that person to watch it.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I mean there's nothing to say I don't agree with.
And somebody else has already done all the research because you got the tags, you got the keywords, you got everything is right there in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Watch a couple of different videos and take, okay, these are their top 5. Take a look at those and see if they'll work for you. Those are the next video's top 5. Take those top 5, convert them into a same one. You already got half the research done. Half of your work is already done for you.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And all you did was the same thing you're doing. You're searching YouTube.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
unless there's a video that nobody else has done, then you really got to start working and doing this research.
Right. And if you're uploading a video the same time as a bigger YouTuber, you want to make sure your thumbnail pops more than theirs to catch people's attention as well.
Sure.
Because like I said in the chat, the bigger channels, because of the algorithm, kind of bury the smaller channels in the shadows.
Mhm.
So if you're uploading, like there's a lot of YouTubers that upload Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and they upload it first thing in the morning. If you upload the same time, your video most likely will be buried unless you have a really catchy thumbnail that either the algorithm will catch or the viewers will catch.
Mhm.
So you have to be every bit as good, but preferably better than the other people you're uploading against if you choose to go at the same time as their uploads.
Right. Well, I mean, that's
Let's see.
all that.
And then there's another tip
Uh-huh.
that actually Brian G. Johnson came up with and put out a video on was title generator. So if you go into Google and type in the best title generator, that will give you another step to help you come up with a title for your video.
Correct.
Because
Yeah,
you
that's
can type
interesting.
in a basic word, a basic phrase, and it will generate eye-catching titles for you automatically. And you, again, don't have to do any work. All you're doing is typing in a phrase, and it gives you the information.
Yep, absolutely.
So why work harder than you have to when you've got all the tools right here in front of you?
Okay.
Good. That's good to know.
I don't know.
Makes sense.
And
It
that's
makes
how-
sense.
That's how I do mine. There's a process. Once you get into a process and you understand why you're doing the things that you're doing, and not just running and gunning to shoot something and I'll worry about the thumbnail later, and you never do. It's
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, to me, that's as simple as I can make how to do thumbnails, how to get your titles, how to get your tags. I can't make it any easier than that.
Mhm.
Yep, he's correct on everything he's saying.
Well, so it's just getting into that pattern of well, first of all, identifying what those elements are and how to do them. I mean, I certainly know how to change words and make them bigger and make them smaller and make them white or make them purple or whatever. So it's understanding the tools that you have. Go ahead, Backroads. Were you going to say something?
Yeah, RVing with G put up a good question. When you upload and you see that it is not being viewed, can you pull it and repost it? You don't need to repost it. You can make a new thumbnail and change the thumbnail on that video that's already up. There's a lot of YouTubers that do that. If they see their video's not performing like it normally does, they'll change the thumbnail. So you can go in and edit in YouTube Studio and change that thumbnail.
Or like BamaRush was saying, go back in and look at your keywords.
Yeah,
Add
that too. Correct.
Keep adding them until you fill up that block. That's what I do with every one of mine. I don't just have one or two. I fill up the whole thing every time.
Well, you can go into your YouTube Studio and you can set keywords that will go with every video that you post.
Right.
You can do default setups that will have those keywords every single time that will help your videos in the search.
And that YouTube buddy will suggest them for you too.
Yeah. TubeBuddy's a great little one app to have.
So will vidIQ. So I mean,
Yeah,
I'm a
Yeah.
TubeBuddy guy. I have been for years.
Yeah.
I have TubeBuddy. Apparently, I don't use them correctly.
You don't know, and not knowing, it's just like putting your videos up and then taking them down and re-editing them and putting them back up again, and then wonder why they're not getting the numbers you want. You didn't know, but now you do, and now you don't do that anymore.
No, I do not.
RVing with G says, I just need to get them off my phone. Are you talking about your videos you need to get off your phone?
Because I do all my videos on my phone. I just upload them to the cloud, to my Google Pics.
And see, I don't understand why people do that, because you've only got so much cloud space. So now you're putting it up on the cloud, and then you're going to download it to your device. All you got to do is plug your device into your phone, into the computer, plug it into this and download it from here to there instead of going up, downloading from the internet back down to your computer, and then especially when you're on the road. Now you're wasting so much valuable internet time to do all that when you can just plug in, download it to your computer, and you're done.
Well, I'll tell you the reason I do it is because I've had a computer crash and I had things I could not retrieve. I understand what you're talking about for videos is, just going right from one thing to another, from our phones to our computers.
And what happens if they lose that information on the cloud too?
Well, that's true. I just have never, I thought the cloud is stable, Aaron. I thought the cloud was forever.
Well, here's my thought. You're putting it someplace else, and you're hoping that it's good, but who's going to get into that and take that same stuff that you've got up there and use it for their own gain? You don't know. Who's viewing that?
Okay, you're posing all kinds of questions that
go to the store. You can get a disk backup, a drive backup. Costs you $125. You plug it into your computer, you save all that stuff onto that drive once a week. That's what I do. Automatically, I have a computer that's set up that automatically copies that information that I want done over to that drive, and I never have to worry about it again.
Yeah, you can get up to 6 terabyte drives now that are right around $125.
Yeah. I have a drive. I do have a drive somewhere. My brother-in-law bought it for me a long time ago, and I just thought, well, that was Pat now. For some reason, honestly, I thought it was just the thing to just get it in the cloud and get it out of my hands so I don't destroy it in some way.
And you're doing double the work to do that.
Yes, you're right. I will tell you, and it's not something that comes out of my mouth really often, but I believe you guys are right about this.
I use an external SSD is what I use.
And if you think about it, YouTube already has your stuff. The only thing you're saving are the videos that you have already created and have not completed yet.
And or your raw footage.
Right.
So that's what you're going to copy over. I don't do that. You should see I've got 2 phones. I have 2 Apple phones because I upgraded to this one, and we're about to upgrade again. So this one is full, 256 megs. I not even scratched the surface on this one. This one is my main one that I use every day, 256 gigs of space on this. I haven't even used half of it. So I could transfer all of this to the other phone, and I've got a backup right here that I can use. And still not going to the cloud. I don't have to pay $19.95 a month to swap it from one to the other.
Yes.
Just saying.
So
smarter, not harder.
I hate putting people on the spot. I really do, but I have to do this because you're pushing me to this question. So, is there anybody interested in coming on tomorrow and helping us learn how to do this process?
Yes, game only.
Yeah. I'll come on and help you.
Okay, from start to finish, come up with a thumbnail that you can make to show us how, just a general thumbnail. You were going to teach a course.
Lucretia, no. If we're going to do this, you're going to make a thumbnail. I'm not going to do it. You're going to do it.
Okay.
That's the best way to learn how to do this process is for you to make the thumbnail, not for me to make one, because I can make them.
Okay.
Well, let's do this. Let's Aaron, can you make it tomorrow? Or Anthony, can you make it tomorrow?
Well, it depends on the time because I sleep late to work at night.
It's my live stream is at
Overrated.
11 a.m. Pacific time.
So that'll be
so that's
12 my time.
4
Yeah, I'll
o'clock in the
probably be up.
afternoon.
Okay. Why don't all 4 of us make a thumbnail and then we'll let the people in the chat critique them.
Oh, very cool. I'm going to be making a thumbnail after I get done with this here in a couple minutes. And I am going to make a thumbnail, and that way everybody can critique it right off the bat and then go into your, critique all of ours.
It'll be an art show.
I still say that she needs to create one with us online so we can show her how to do it. She would learn more by doing it than me competing against Nomad on thumbnails. I don't have a problem doing thumbnails. I can do thumbnails all day long. I can do them for every channel if they wanted me to. I love doing them.
Well, let me say this then. I will have to make a thumbnail for the show tomorrow, but
No,
I'll
you
just.
won't. You can make
No.
one on the show, and you can make it.
How will they know
And we'll
there's a
give you
show?
tips. Okay. I'm saying you can make one for the video tomorrow, but you're going to be making the thumbnail. Lucretia makes thumbnail. That's all
Okay.
you got to put on it.
All right. All right.
That's all I want you to put on it. Lucretia
Okay.
makes thumbnail.
All right. I will do that.
And that way, during the live, it's not a competition. It's us
What?
giving you helpful tips on how to make one.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Well, I feel bad. I wanted to get people over to Victoria's live stream. I absolutely appreciate the feedback and the encouragement, Aron. I do not take it negatively. I am somebody who likes constructive criticism. Even when it, you're a very straightforward person, but that is how I am too. So someday I may be sitting in your seat critiquing somebody else. Never.
I'll critique you.
And Backroads Nomad, I mean, your help is indispensable, and you know that. And Aron, Anthony, thank you for letting us look at your page and figure
You're
out
welcome.
what made it
Anytime.
not work. It looks good. Looks great. All right, I'm going to drop you guys down, and I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, and then I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time.
All right.
Sounds good.
Bye, guys. All right, so that was cool. Aron was, Aron was great. He's passionate about the work of YouTubing, and I want the quality that brings success, because I believe people will just, if I do things that are not what YouTube is looking for, I will have limited success. And so someone like Aron and someone like Backroads, who have this long experience, are welcome to come and help us, so I'm going to make a very, very basic thumbnail for tomorrow, and then I'll do one online for a video I've got coming up. All right, so thank you all, and I really want to raid Victoria May Wallace, and I'm so sorry, Vicky. I'm so sorry that I didn't get over there sooner. All right, guys, so thank you. I will see you tomorrow at 11. Bring a friend, and I love you all for showing up and hanging out. All right, talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day. Evening. Be safe, be healthy, and be happy.